Hey guys, what's up? It's Adam, and as from a lot of requests you guys have been sending me on my Hunting Unlimited 4 video, I'm gonna bring back Hunting Unlimited 4. You guys seem to really like the videos and good ratings, a lot of views, so I'm gonna bring it back. And when I play this now, I'm gonna be talking about some of my hunting experiences, because I think that with this game behind it, I could really, it'd get me in the mood. Excuse me, but it would get me in the mood and I could talk about my hunting experiences. So let's go into the game. I'm going to be hunting with 30-06, my personal favorite weapon to hunt deer with. That's just kind of how I was raised on and what I usually hunt with. But I'm going to be hunting these animals today, and today's story I'm going to be talking about is my first deer. So at the time, I was 8 years old when I shot my first deer, and a lot of you are saying, like, how are you 8 years old shooting a deer? But my dad thought it's pretty, if he's with me, nothing can go wrong. It really, if you have a guardian with you, when you're hunting, a deer, and he has control of the weapon, it's safe no matter what age for the most part. As long as he tells you what shots you can take and what you can't, it's pretty safe. So I was using a muzzleloader with 70 grains of powder in it, and for you hunters out there, you're gonna be like, how does a muzzleloader with 70 grains of powder in it kill a deer? Well, I mean, it had to be close. I remember my dad telling me, he's like, Adam, don't shoot unless it's inwards of 60 yards, because that's just how realistic you had to be with it. So it's funny what an 8-year-old perceives hunting as. I mean, I remember I was like, in my mind, I thought, I'm gonna go up there and within 20 minutes a deer's gonna pop out. And in reality, that's not even close to what hunting really is. I lost track of where I'm going here. Sorry, my mouse just flipped out. I believe I was heading this way. But that's just not even realistic. That's not what happens at all. And I was extremely excited. I really wanted to go up there and get a deer. I really thought that it would be a lot easier than it was. So on that day, my dad wakes me up. He's like, Adam, you ready to go? I'm like, yeah, but why am I so tired? So I look at the clock and it's 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, Dad, why are we going? Is that a deer? Yeah, this is a deer, mule deer. But I said, Dad, why'd you wake me up? Because he said, we gotta get up there early. That's about 300-yard shot. So, we got up there, and I remember after, like, the first 20 minutes, I'm like, Dad, how come there's no deer? And he said, Adam, deer aren't gonna pop out of the woods out of nowhere. You have to wait. And, I remember that really hurt me. So, well, it didn't hurt me, but I realized this is gonna be a lot harder than it actually perceived it as, and that's a very good shot. There goes the deer. Oh, that's a freaking bird. Let's see if I hit it. Oh! Wow. But yeah, I get up there, and within 20 minutes, I'm like, okay, Dad, but when, like, just tell me when a deer comes, because I said I'm gonna go to sleep. And he said, okay. So I went to sleep, and he turned around after about, I think it was about an hour. He turns around and he nudges me, and I remember I was sleeping so hard, because when you're 8 you need a lot of sleep. But I remember he said, Adam, there's a deer, and my heart literally came out of my chest. Well, not literally, but it pretty much came out of my chest. I was so excited, like, I'm gonna shoot a deer. Yeah. And I remember what he told me. I shot a freaking eagle. I should get arrested. But he's like, he brings the gun up, and I didn't see them. And he points to them, and I remember 4 deer came out. 2 mothers and 2 fawns. And it was a rainy day, and they came out. That's why my dad didn't hear them until the very last minute. And they came out of the woods, and he raised the gun, and ooh, what a shot. Enter. So I'll just stand up here and talk for the rest of the video. I'll look out over the forest here too. So he brought the gun up and he rested it on his shoulder, and he said, okay, when you think you have a shot, shoot it right behind the front shoulder and aim for the biggest deer. So out of the group of 4 in the group, I found the biggest doe and I aimed right behind the shoulder. And when you're 8, shooting a 50 caliber muzzleloader, no matter what kind of powder it has in it, almost throws you off your feet. So I remember when it looked good, I pulled the trigger and boom! I was all disoriented. I had no clue where I was. I didn't even know if I hit it or not. Smoke flew everywhere. It's like someone throwing a smoke grenade at you in front of you. It smells of sulfur, gunpowder. And I said, "Dad, did I hit it?" In that exact voice. And he says, "I think I heard a thump, so you probably did hit it." And I remember I was jumping. I was so excited. But he told me, "Shh, don't be loud, because if it hears you, it could spook, and if it hears like you talking, it could spook and run off longer." So he said we have to wait for about 20 minutes to make sure it died. And that was the longest 20 minutes of my entire life. I was sitting there and my heart did not stop beating. And we got up and he says, "All right, let's go look for it." And where the deer stood when I shot it, the grass was all ruffled. Well, not grass, but the leaves were all ruffled. And I said, "Dad, what's this red?" And he said, "That's blood. You hit it." And I remember I jumped. I was so freaking excited for an 8-year-old, because I had figured, if I get this deer, I can tell all my friends, and it's gonna be awesome. So he said usually deer that are hit pretty well like that tend to run off hills, and there was a hill right behind it. So I went first. I ran over the hill, and I looked over and I saw the doe laying up against a tree. And I remember I was like, "Dad!" "Oh, what happened?" "Okay." "Dad, I got it!" And I screamed like, "Whoa!" And he comes over and he gives me a huge hug, and it was an awesome hunt. I remember that just like it was yesterday. It was probably the best hunt in my entire life, because just to have that happy time with your dad, what am I trying to say? It really lets you know what hunting is all about. When I saw the deer go down, I was extremely happy, and for an 8-year-old, you're so pumped you don't even know what to do, and it was really exciting. So me and my dad, we ended up skinning it, and we brought it home. And I remember after eating that beef jerky, I just wanted more, because deer is so good. But that hunt, probably out of all the deer I shot, I've shot an 8-point buck. This year I had a 4-point buck get away, but I did end up getting a doe. It's just, hunting is my favorite pastime to ever do, especially spending time with your dad out in the woods. It's awesome. So that was my first deer I ever shot. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you like this series. I'm probably going to continue it. I have a lot of stories to tell, so if you guys continue to like this, like me making these videos, if you like listening to me talk, leave a like, comment, let me know that you like to watch these, and I'll keep making them, because they're very fun to make, really easy to make. So if you guys enjoy, please like, rate the video, comment, subscribe, do what you gotta do. Thank you guys for watching. This has been Adam, and have a nice day.